Everybody, I wanted to come to you guys tonight with my NXT review, so let's jump right into it. To start off the show, we had a 6 women tag team match with Tatum Paxley and Lola Vice versus Fatal Influence. This was a 6 women tag team match tonight on NXT to start off the show. This was a very decent to fun, very entertaining 6 women tag team match to start off NXT tonight for NXT. I thought it was a very fun 6 women tag team match tonight on NXT to start the show. This was a very very fun to decent 6 women tag team match tonight on NXT with Tatum Paxley and Lola Vice and Easy Dame versus Fatal Influence. This was a 6 women tag team match to start off NXT tonight. I thought this was a very decent to fun 6 women tag team match to start off NXT tonight. Fun, decent. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was a very fun 6 women tag team match to start off the show tonight for NXT. I thought it was a fun show. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was a fun 6 women tag team match to start off the show tonight for NXT. And Fatal Influence ended up picking up the win over Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, and Lola Vice tonight in this 6 women tag team match tonight on NXT. This was a fun match to start off NXT tonight with a women's match. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a fun, decent 6 women's tag team match to start off NXT tonight with Tatum Paxley and Easy Dame and Lola Vice versus Fatal Influence. And Fatal Influence would end up picking the win over Easy Dame, Tatum Paxley, and Lola Vice tonight on NXT. And then we had a men's match with Javon Evans versus Saquon tonight on NXT. This was a decent one-on-one men's match tonight on NXT with Javon Evans versus Saquon tonight on NXT. Decent men's match. It was alright. I thought it was okay for what it was. I mean it was alright one-on-one men's match tonight on NXT between Javon Evans and Saquon tonight on NXT. This was a decent one-on-one men's match on NXT tonight. Decent. It was alright. It kept my attention. I liked it for the most part. It was a fun to decent match between Javon Evans and Saquon tonight on NXT, and Javon Evans ended up picking up the win over Saquon tonight on NXT. And then we had a speed match with Zarya versus Ren Sinclair. This was a one-on-one women's speed match tonight on NXT with Zarya versus Ren Sinclair tonight on NXT. And Zarya ended up picking up the win over Ren Sinclair in this speed match tonight on NXT. This was a decent speed match with Zarya and Ren Sinclair tonight on NXT. It was a decent one-on-one women's match. I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, these speed matches, they only last over a minute. So you got to beat your opponent within 30 seconds. And Zarya ended up picking up the win over Ren Sinclair tonight in this speed match tonight on NXT. And then we had Kaylani Jordan versus Tyra May Steele. This was a one-on-one women's match tonight on NXT. This was a decent one-on-one women's match tonight on NXT between Kaylani Jordan and Tyra May Steele. This was a very fun to decent one-on-one women's match tonight on NXT between Kaylani Jordan and Tyra May Steele. And Kaylani Jordan ended up picking up the win over Tyra May Steele tonight on NXT in a decent to 101 women's match tonight on NXT. Fun, very fun to decent 101 women's match between Kaylani Jordan and Tyra May Steele tonight on NXT. And Kaylani Jordan picked up the win over Tyra May Steele on NXT tonight. And then we had Josh Briggs versus El Grande Americano. This was a one-on-one men's match between El Grande Americano and Josh Briggs tonight on NXT. This was a decent to okay one-on-one men's match between Josh Briggs and El Grande Americano tonight on NXT. Fun to decent match. This was a okay men's one-on-one men's match between El Grande Americano and Josh Briggs tonight on NXT. And Josh Briggs ends up picking up the win over El Grande Americano ended up picking up the win over Josh Briggs tonight on NXT in a very decent one-on-one men's match tonight on NXT. And then we had the main event, which was a Moi Celebration with Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. And then they get interrupted by Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry comes out, and he ends up hitting Ethan Page. Joe Hendry comes out and interrupts Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, and Joe Hendry ends up hitting Ethan Page in the face with a pie. And then Thea Hale pops out of a cake during the segment with Joe Hendry and Ethan Page and Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, and Thea Hale ends up hitting Ethan Page and Alba Fire and Chelsea Green in the face with a pie, and that is the way NXT would go off the air. So there you go. The things I liked about NXT tonight, I liked the backstage segment with Ava and Sol Ruca and Zarya, and I liked the backstage segment with Kendall Gray, Ren Sinclair, and Tyra May Steele. And I like the backstage segment with Sol Ruca and Zarya. And those are the things I liked tonight on NXT. If there were a few things, I would refer to you guys to go back and watch tonight on NXT. Go back and watch the backstage segment with Sol Ruca, Zarya, and Ava. And then go back and watch the backstage segment with Sol Ruca and Zarya. And then go back and watch the backstage segment with Kendall Gray, Tyra May Steele, and Ren Sinclair. And go back and watch the backstage segment with Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe had a backstage segment with Ava. Go back and watch the backstage segment with Ava and Blake Monroe. So I'm going to give NXT a 7 out of 10. I thought NXT was an enjoyable show. Was it an 8 out of 10? No, not really. There were some decent matches on NXT tonight. But the things, like I said, I would refer to you guys to go back and watch. Go back and watch the backstage segment with Ava, Sol Ruca, and Zarya. And go back and watch the backstage segment with Sol Ruca and Zarya tonight on NXT. You can go back and watch the backstage segment with Kendall Gray, Tara Maysteel, and Ren Sinclair. And go back and watch the backstage segment with Blake Monroe and Ava. So overall, I'm gonna give NXT an 8. I'm gonna give NXT a 7 out of 10. I thought it would. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The show was not as entertaining to me as I thought it would be. There were some decent matches on NXT tonight. Other than that, NXT it was kind of blah for me. But if you guys enjoyed this NXT review, hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that notification bell to all. That way you guys don't miss any uploads from me. If you guys enjoyed this NXT review tonight, please subscribe. Turn on that notification bell to all. That way you guys don't miss any uploads from me. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Hit the like button as well. I would really appreciate it. And it's a lifeblood to my channel. So hit the like button. And guys, tell me what you guys thought about NXT tonight down in the comment section. And what would you guys give NXT for a rating tonight down in the comment section? I want to know what you guys are going to give NXT for a rating tonight down in the comment section below. Did you guys enjoy NXT tonight? Did you guys hate NXT tonight? Tell me what you guys liked about NXT. I want to know your guys' thoughts about NXT down in the comment section. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching this NXT review. I really, really, truly appreciate it. And I will see you guys later, man. This has been the NXT review, and your boy is out, man. You guys have a blessed night. Your boy's out. Peace, guys.